Everybody, what's up? ShoeMoney here on my headset that I look like I work at Burger World, but it's all good because it sounds good. So today, thanks for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, you missed it live, but we had some technical difficulties, so we'll be all good for the next one. So today, I'm happy to be joined by Darin Carter, who y'all know, I'm sure. He's been in the industry a long time. Originally met him in the SEO field, cruising around to SEO conferences and all that good stuff. And today's with his partner Dan because Darin is with a large agency now that they have not only services like SEO, pay per click, and all that good stuff, but they also have an affiliate network on the other side called Crush Ads, which is my favorite affiliate network. And I wore my Crush Ads shirt just for this. So, Crush Ads, the only network that pays, or they pay, maybe not the only, but they pay, right?
We pay on time.
Pay on time. All right, everyone loves that. All right, so Darin, you want to just tell people about your background and Dan just a little bit as well?
Yeah, so I've been doing SEO pay per click for the last 14 years. Started back in '99, and uh, actually, my I should say my internet kind of marketing lifestyle started as an affiliate manager for one of the first affiliate networks out there called On Response, which if you were back then in '99, um, got acquired by uh, ValueClick and is now known as CJ. Then I got into the search marketing world and have done pay-per-click management and SEO for a few Fortune 100 companies. One of my bigger ones was a public company called Baby Universe, which was a major competitor to Toys R Us, Babies R Us. Helped turn them around from 16 million a year in sales to about 32 million a year in sales within 6 months by just optimizing their site and reorganizing their pay-per-click. Since then, I've been under the radar and done mostly consulting, but now I'm with BMI Elite, and we're building out a very large agency division where we do pay-per-click management, search engine optimization, reputation management, as well as some social media, some media buying, and a few other things. But we also have an affiliate network that we built called Crush Ads, and Dan is one of our advertising reps or publishing reps. Both. He does pubs and advertisers over at Crush Ads, and he'll give you the lowdown and the dirty on that.
Yeah, I haven't been in the space as long as Darin has. I got into affiliate marketing about 4 years ago. Prior to getting into the network side, I was doing a lot of my own paid search stuff, working as an affiliate. Opportunity arose to get over to the network side, and took it, and been with Crush Ads ever since. Um, CPA network, dealing majority of verticals, dealing with publishers.
So on the affiliate
About
side, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna.
No worries.
Just kidding. But in the essence of time, so awesome. So on the affiliate side, what do you see that's hot right now?
Uh, a lot of verticals are doing well for us. I'd say primarily the stuff that's the hottest right now is a lot of the financial verticals, insurance, healthcare. Um, Obviously various different types of insurance. There's changes in the government right now as far as requirements on having insurance. I think a lot of people are out there looking at what their options are as far as healthcare and stuff like that. Autos obviously one of those. It always does very well. And then the standard run of the mill consumer products, your skincare, your various diet programs. BizOps, another one that's doing always doing really well, especially in a down economy. People are always looking for an opportunity to make some more money.
Don't we have that great offer, that ShoeMoney offer that I think is doing really well right
Indeed,
now?
we do.
Okay, so I
We'll
believe we
touch
do
on
have
that for sure.
Yeah.
So, I know one of the things I like about Crush Ads a lot is you guys have a lot of exclusive offers, and I think one of the things people don't realize in the insurance space is how easy, I don't want to say it's easy to penetrate, but to get started in the insurance space, it's definitely the barrier to entry. I don't feel is nearly as tough as, say, like the dating space or the biz op space. I mean, there's good ways to do that, which I want to cover too. But I mean, like the insurance offers, how hot do you think those are right now?
Well, obviously they're very hot, for a couple of the reasons, that I mentioned previously, with changes and, people being required to have health care now. Um, and also because, the various types of insurance are something that the majority of people are not necessarily required to have, but just something that you need to have. It's, your insurance is part of your everyday life. It's part of, just one of those costs that you have. And I think, it's hot because it's that, because everyone needs to have it. People are constantly shopping around for different opportunities, better rates. And, it's a bill. It's a bill that you're dealing with every month. So why not look into an opportunity to lower that bill?
Yeah, I mean, you're always hearing about it in the news. It's something obviously with Obamacare and whether or not that goes through. I think what a lot of people don't realize is you're just looking for people to fill out a form, and you generally get paid when
Correct.
people fill out that form. How long for the consumer does it take them to fill out that form?
Uh, Depending on the complexity of the form, the amount of fields that are required, it could take anywhere from 15 seconds for a simple submit. You put in your first and last name, your email address, and a telephone number, all the way down to for field form where it's capturing a lot more information. Obviously, the difference there is the, the more information that goes obviously going to pay a lot more than a smaller form. But I'd say max. I mean, you're looking at call it 15 minutes if you have to go pull some personal information out of your purse or from somewhere in your house, or as low as, like I said, 30 seconds for some very simple information.
Yeah, and I see. We've had more people come to us in the insurance space, and it's interesting because as an affiliate, everything changes so fast. I mean, we went through. Obviously, I did the ringtone thing for a long time, and then I got into dating for a long time, and now we are playing with astrology and insurance offers and various other things, and so I think it's important for a lot of people out there. Um, some people are like, well, I don't really, it's not a long term thing. It's not a long term thing. And you're always going to have to evolve as an affiliate. The key thing for me is, and maybe for a lot of people out there can relate, is all the new things are like a new company, a new project, a new challenge. And that's what I love about the affiliate industry is like right now the insurance space super hot, right? But the biz op space continues to always be hot. And for those out there, maybe you don't understand what biz op means. It's business opportunity. um, my offer in particular, the ShoeMoney offer, which is exclusively in Crush Ads, the only place to find it, and especially for my audience, a lot of you guys have reach and stuff. If you're not an affiliate of Crush Ads, it's in there. It pays out great. It converts great, especially to you guys who have an audience that knows who I am. So, in the biz op space, it's weird because I don't consider mine a business opportunity, but it's more I consider it an educational thing. But whatever, it gets thrown in, with everything. So, in like the biz op verticals and stuff like that, you've seen it evolve. You've seen people promote it. Used to promote things in a what's considered now non-compliant way. So, how do you guys like? I guess police that?
Police it in what regards?
Well, I mean, like let's say my offer, for instance. Like, I don't want people promising things that we don't have. So, I mean, how do you weed out affiliates that could come back and hurt you or me?
Well, I mean, obviously on the network side, we use a multitude of different things. First and foremost, obviously, is our vetting process, the way that we will bring someone new into the network. We deal with them. We deal with their references, who they've worked with in the past. obviously, if you're newer to the space, we're going to also bring you in, work with you, let you know the right ways to do things. Then we have monitoring software in place that monitors the leads, monitors different things on the back end to validate the that the lead is genuine. Obviously, um, it's a lot of active, day to day stuff that you're just paying attention to the traffic. You're seeing where it's coming from. You're matching up different variables to make sure that it's correct. And you talk with your affiliates before they get going on something and making sure that they are, they're reputable. They're doing what it is that they're saying that they're doing, and that they're aware of the correct and incorrect ways to market something.
Got it. So one of the things I've been amazed at is the way your affiliates have been making sales on my offer. It's very interesting, and I think a lot of people think, oh, I got to do all this stuff, but people have done things like just on a Facebook page, like look at how ShoeMoney does this. It's a really good thing on their Facebook page or just their personal page, and generated sales. And because of like particular, I think my biz offers, like I said, I don't think it's really a biz op, but I have a lot of brand recognition and people can look me up in the space and see like Good Morning America segments, whatever. And there's a lot of credibility there. People recognize it and they'll go and sign up for it. People also take some of my YouTube content and put it on their site. I don't have a problem with that. As long as you use it for my stuff. If you're using it for your sketchy stuff, I'm gonna come after you. But yeah, for the most part, I think it's really interesting, and that's where you see a lot of affiliates start. So my question, where that leads to, is really like for newer affiliates coming in. Do you see a lot of people who start small, learn and evolve into these kind of super affiliates, much like I did?
Constantly. Constantly. Obviously you have to start somewhere, and no one's going to walk into the space today and be huge by tomorrow. So obviously the short answer to that is, yeah, there's people coming in that are interested in working in all different kind of verticals. That again, they really know very little. They might use an educational tool such as the Shoe Money program. Might be learning on forums or other different locations. They might be learning from dealing with your affiliate manager, your point of contact at the network, discussing, trying new things, discussing what's new, what's working, what's not working. And but yeah, obviously, always, people are coming in. They're starting. They're learning the processes. They're seeing some small results to get going, which obviously motivates them to keep trying. And as soon as they've figured out a way to have one small successful result, it's just a matter of duplicating the process that they use to, get that result and scaling it up and turning it into something bigger and working on it every day. So yeah, absolutely, people come in and start small, and eventually they turn into guys that are making some really good money on a day-to-day basis.
And you know what? One of the good things about Crush Ads as well is, we're a young network, and I can say that. However, we have a lot of years' experience behind us. Myself, my CEO, our president. We've been in this internet marketing space, and we understand some of the challenges that go into the whole affiliate model. So one of the things that we're working on is, Crush Ads is not that network that has 10,000 affiliates, but only a handful of them are actually active. So we don't just accept everybody into the network. You do have to go through an application process. You do have to go through a vetting process. One of our pub managers does have to contact you to make sure that the information you're giving us is valid. We verify your websites to make sure that you're doing things on the up and up and things that are legit. With some of the third-party tracking softwares we have in place, we really have a 0% fraud policy. So that means the moment we catch an affiliate doing something wrong the first time, they're out. There is no "I'm sorry." There is no "please take me back." You do something fraudulent with us, you're done.
And that really helps with for everyone. I mean, because obviously you have fraud, it passes on to the publisher. Now all of a sudden they've got to take that into account for what they can pay out to affiliates, because it's like, man, and I know from having my own products, I haven't been forever, but about 4 years now I've been selling products in the CPA space. And, when you've run into a network, some of those ones that aren't around anymore, um, you have to account for that, and you can't pay out as much. But then on the other side, it's the same for you guys, because the cleaner you keep yours, the better it is for those publishers that are doing it in a compliant way. And just for those, when you say fraud, it's like stolen credit cards, incentive stuff. If it's not allowed, like for instance, if you were to go on a forum and say, hey, for everybody, let's say, you're getting a certain payout, and you say, hey, for everybody who goes and sign ups for this, I'm going to give you this much money. And, it's obviously incentivized and crap. So that's going to be completely junk to me, because those people are going to have a high refund rate and stuff like that. So don't do sketchy stuff, because that just hurts everyone in the industry in general. All right, so some of the other questions we got, which are a lot of ones that I usually get, which are just if someone's looking to get started, and I know this goes across varies between different verticals, but there's all this stuff out there, and I think people are a little overwhelmed with when they hear CPV, pay per click, mobile stuff, um, you know, just blogging, mass content marketing. What would you suggest to someone who's curious? Like, and I'm not talking like someone who wants to be super affiliate. I'm talking someone who just wants to test the waters in one of those things. What would you suggest?
Well, there's a couple things that would come into play before I would suggest a particular path to someone. And some of that's going to be the funds that you have available to get started. There are a multitude of ways where you can get started for free, such as social media marketing and various types of YouTube marketing, where the traffic that you generate isn't a cost out of your pocket. Then there's a multitude of other traffic sources that you can pay for, some of them more reasonable than others, where you could look into there as far as paying for advertising space, and paid search, paying for, again, CPV traffic. I know that a lot of the terms can be a bit of a turnoff at first. There is a bit of a learning curve. What I normally suggest is to do some research on the different types of traffic that's out there, what's available to you, and spend some time researching, learning a little bit more about that. And through learning, you're going to, through reading, whether it's on forums or whether, if you can, I would advise anyone, if they can, to invest in an educational type product.
Yeah, like the ShoeMoney product. The ShoeMoney product,
Thanks.
I think, is a great educational tool. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Look, I've been in the industry 14 years. I bought the ShoeMoney system when it was $1,000, just because I wanted to read what you had to say. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to spend some money on educating yourself so that you can do a better job making money online. Period.
It's definitely an investment in yourself. It's an investment in towards learning what it is you want to do. And I'll be completely honest. There's tons of free resources out there that will point you in the right direction, help you learn the different terms that are in the industry, help you get a better understanding, help guide you in the direction that you want to go. With that being said, some of these products that are out there are going to give you a bit of a step up, a bit of a boost in the right direction, because it's someone that knows what they're doing, who has consolidated this information into one place and attempts to they provide it to the person who purchased the product in a digestible form. They start where you need to start and move through. It's a matter of preference where you really want to get started. Again, you learn a little bit about the industry, and pick a direction you want to go and just start learning. There's tons of free opportunities out there as far as traffic goes. There's tons of really good quality paid traffic sources out there also. You learn, you figure out what's going to work, and you just give it a shot. Don't spend 3 months learning. Get some information in front of you, pick a direction, and get out there and try it, because testing something and succeeding or failing is going to be you're going to learn way more in that 1 or 2 days of trying something than you are reading in a forum or anywhere for a 3 month period of time. It's seeing a direct effect from something that you do will help guide you, will teach you, it'll move you in the direction that you want to go.
I think one of the beautiful things about the time we live in is that the I see. Okay, so like I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, where we have the University of Nebraska, and we have the Wesleyan, we have Creighton, and depending on one of those colleges, those kids come out with a degree in something, and they got $40,000 to $100,000 in student loans, and they're struggling to get a job. Some of them work at a coffee shop. Some of them, I've got somebody here who has surprisingly an MBA and an accounting degree, and let's just say what if she goes on the career link, it's going to say she should make $120,000. Doesn't make anywhere close to that here. So I'm not going to say who it is, but whatever. So my point is that what you were just talking about, the barrier to entry, the cost of education, that was my cost. I didn't go to college. Fortunately, I didn't have to spend hardly any money to get started. And the cool thing I think is like whether you're working a full-time job, whether you're in college or out of college or in high school, I mean, how many kids do we know that are 20 years old or younger and they're the guys, they're the super affiliates. And people always, one of the biggest things that bother me are people like, look, they wait until they've hit rock bottom and people will talk to me and they'll say, I just got diagnosed with cancer, I lost my job, whatever. And I get a couple of those a day and they're heart wrenching. I can't help you. I mean, I don't know, I mean, I wish I could. But it's just, I think my point I'm trying to make is when people ask me if they should quit their day job to get started, if they could do this, I'm like, why? Why? And you mentioned the free resources out there. There's all these forums. There's Digital Point. There's Wikifire. There's, just an endless amount of forums that will literally have almost walkthroughs on how to get started. I mean, that's when I first started, and there was a company called Azoogle Ads, which is no longer around. I had never ever done affiliate marketing in my life, and I signed up to a network just like yours. I was amazed that I could make money with these things. I was just like, no, I mean, I think it was more the amount of money I could make. I was surprised, but I thought I was making good money with Google AdSense, and people see that check for 134,000, whatever it is. But it was when I found affiliate marketing that really pushed it to the next level, and just I was fascinated with it and been in love with it ever since. So that was a long thing. But my point is just to expand on what you said, you just have to get started. I mean, if you want to make money on the internet, you don't have to buy a product. I mean, yeah, my product for $37 is the greatest product, or 47, 37, whatever it is. If you go and it's 47 and you click I'm not interested, I'll sell you it for 37, whatever. But my point is that you don't have to spend much money to learn about the entire industry. And if you don't even have to buy a product, I mean, some people are like, I don't know where and I'm like, look, just go read these forums. What do you want to do? There's so many free resources out there. Okay. Let's talk about like Facebook and the limitations of what they've like some of the best ways to promote on Facebook. And I can go into this too as well because I've recently discovered it's very inexpensive to do very well in certain ways. So, what do you guys think about the social side and how that's evolved?
So, Facebook advertising reminds me of pay-per-click back in '99, where it seemed like it was a wild, wild west, um, and and you could do a lot with a little. So, and not to get too far ahead, but even I'd like to even take a quick step back to kind of recap on what we were just talking about. One thing I always tell individuals when they ask me questions, 'cause I get it all the time, what I could do to get started at internet marketing or online as far as starting my own business. I tell them the first step is pick something you love, right? Pick something that you enjoy doing day in, day out, and focus on that, right? You can go chase, you made money doing ringtones. I made money doing whatever it was, e-commerce and different things. You know, all of us made money different ways. That doesn't mean that everybody can make money the same way we did. Pick a topic you love. Pick a niche, and then focus on that niche and educate yourself about that niche. And if you love that niche and you're in and out of that every single day, that tends to yield better results as far as success and kind of you pushing yourself to the limit because you love it, not just because it's like, oh, the next guy made a ton of money doing it. So now, kind of to bring us back to the Facebook and social, Facebook has so many targeting options. Let's face it, social media has become a part of our daily lives. I know people that they wake up in the morning and the first thing they do is they post something that they're doing that day on Facebook. You like things, you like groups. If you go to my page right now, you can tell I like the Bad Boys 2 series of movies. Or, I like the Smurfs. So with that being said, is that a smirk on your face I see there?
No, I was thinking about Mike
Admire his.
Lowry.
My shoe. No, Mike Lowry. Exactly.
Mike Lowry.
Exactly. So with that being said, I can set up a Facebook account I can set up Facebook ads, and I can find out what people's interests are, and I can then push an ad to those specific people and target it geographically. I can target demographically, right? I got your sex, I got your age, I have your interests, and I have your likes. That alone in itself is worth. I mean, just the data alone, it takes us so far light years ahead of even search. Because back in the day, I can go on what search term you're searching on, but maybe I didn't really know exactly where you were at, or I don't even know how old you are, right? I had to kind of guess that back then. Coming out the gate, you got all this information about these people. If it's a life insurance product, and kind of to talk about life insurance, just because that's what we were talking about earlier, I'm gonna pick the person that needs that life insurance. I'm not gonna show the ad to a 13-year-old. I'm not gonna show the ad to probably even an 18-year-old. I'm gonna show the ad to an older demographic, right? I'm gonna try and choose maybe depending on the offer, whether it's a higher income or a lower income. I can target demographically. Now I know that, I want to go after the cities where the median income is maybe a little higher or maybe even a little lower. It all depends on the offer. So, just having all of this information available at your fingertips, and then to be able to run traffic for pennies on the dollar, it's insane. It's insane. It's absolutely the wild, wild west. Facebook and everybody else is trying to control that so that they can generate more money from us as marketers. But now is the time to get started. It's hot.
Let me just walk people through it really quick. And this is just some advice on how I've helped probably 10 people do this. Let's say it's health insurance. Just to keep with that theme, you sign up for Crush Ads, grab health insurance offer, and here's what you do. And you have to keep in mind, for me, it's 1,000 times harder than you because everyone knows what I do, right? I'm affiliate marketer, right? So all of my friends, all of their friends know what I do for a living. So I'm just going to walk people through really quick how to do it, how to get started. Okay, so make a fan page about, Jeremy's whatever, fitness, whatever you want to do, whatever your niche is, and that's what Darin was talking about, something you know about. Make a fan page for that. Very simple, very easy to do. You don't even have to know graphics or anything. If you know how to, whatever, super simple. Invite all of your friends to do that, to like your page. Even if you get 50 people, which because people are like, oh, ShoeMoney, you've got a bunch of people who like your page. Let me let you know a little secret. Out of those 20,000 people, there's probably only about 400 or 500 real people because some company came to, I'm digressing, but some company came to me and they were like, oh, we can get you tons of Facebook things. It's going to make you look awesome. And I'm like, okay, that's not really what I want. And then they emailed me and said, hey, we just did it. Look how awesome we are. And I was like, these people aren't real people. Okay, so, all right, so why does that matter? Well, it's because you can get probably as many friends as I can get. Okay, so now the people like your friend page. So now what you do is you make a post, put up a little picture, and just be like, I can't believe what a cool rate I got on insurance. Something like that. Very, very simple, right? And you can't do this every time, but you just use your post like normal and, put a link to it and use like Bitly or something to short it or just leave the affiliate link because you're not me and your people aren't hip really to affiliate links. And the cool thing about Facebook I love is not only do you advertise on, now this is when you're doing your own page, they have what's called promote this post. It's very simple, and whenever you make a post it says boost this post, right? And when you boost that, the best part I love about it is just to boost your post. There's a little thing there, you can boost the post, and for $5 that post will not only be seen by your friends but friends of your friends, which is huge because now I'm able, whenever I boost a post, I don't send it to all my people. I target. I say I want people who only speak English or are located in the United States or whatever I want to do. And just by boosting it, it reaches 100,000 people, even though I only really have like 400 friends because it reaches out. Because if those people have, 1,000 friends and those people have 1,000 friends, those people, before you know it, you've got 100,000 people that post reaches for $5, So like Darin was saying, really Facebook and social in general is the new what was Google AdWords and all that stuff, 8, 10 years ago, because it's not saturated. Like these big companies haven't really figured this out yet. And like, if you try to do some of the things that have been around for that long, it's so saturated, it's very hard to get into because you're competing with these huge companies with huge budgets who maybe their goal isn't really to even make money. Their goal is for brand recognition and for growth because they're funded or whatever. So I think that's the key thing is you've seen this evolution of people who you promote a certain way, it gets saturated, can't do it anymore. Then this new thing comes along, and this other new thing, and this other new thing. And right now, like the Facebook pages and how cheap. I mean, I was actually told this a year ago. Somebody was like, dude, look into Facebook pages. You get clicks for pennies that are super targeted. And I was like, yeah, I'll get to it someday. It's the cool new thing, But for real, I mean, like, I just walked you through how to do it. And if you actually go to Facebook and realize how easy it is, I mean, it is drop dead easy. No technical knowledge needed to do that kind of stuff. And it's, to promote an offer or something like that, I think just explain to people and walking through it. A lot of people out there, if that's what it takes to like get you to see the light and get you to go. Again, you can't spam offer after offer after offer. It's not going to work. You just use your page like normal. Use your Twitter like normal. And then drop the thing every once in a while. And you'll be amazed, like, oh, I just made $50. I just made $20, $5, whatever. I remember the first $5 I made, I was like, honey, I just made money, doing this. So very cool. Affiliate marketing is not this giant hurdle that you have to cross to get started. Go to Crush Ads, sign up, look at the offers in there, and like Darin said, if it's something you love or something that you might have any sort of thing about, and you're telling, I mean, it's crazy how easy and how much money you can make if you just apply yourself and just get started. What do you guys think about that? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, I follow. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. I follow that formula that you just spoke about 100 times, 1,000 times.
And how
the
many
one thing
people
I like to focus around.
How many people do we know that were have no money that went that way and now they're balling out of control?
Exactly. Exactly. Facebook has created many millionaires of marketers. Um, uh, just for the simple fact that it's super easy. It's super easy, and just like you said, it really just is. It's common knowledge. If you just take what Jeremy said and apply that, rinse and repeat, um, on niches that you love or you have a decent interest in, you should have no issues making money online.
I can't agree more. I gave a talk recently to these. It was like this weird thing. They paid me to come speak, and it was the Writers Outdoor Association of America. And so these guys just are traditional writers for magazines, and they have a blog with a lot of following, and they just could not believe, like, oh, I'm just talking about this. I'm just talking about this. I'm just going to link to the product with an affiliate link. So whether it was health insurance or some other product, they were stunned, and I've heard great things from them since. So, all right, let's wrap this up here. I love pinning you guys down on this question because it's something that people always pin me down on, and I'm always not sure to say. So let me make you a little uncomfortable. If you had to, and each of you guys, if you had to, somebody comes up and they say, "I just need tell me one thing that I should know about affiliate marketing," what would you say to them?
I'll take this. Affiliate marketing and making money in affiliate marketing is a real thing. I see people do it on a day-to-day basis. I know that some people hear about it or hear this from a friend or hear this from a friend, and it sounds too good to be true. The ability to make money on the internet, it's a real thing. I watch people do it all the time. I do it myself from home. Um, it's a real thing. It's just a matter of giving it a shot. Don't expect to make $1 million by tomorrow morning. Just realize it. It's simple to get the concepts down, do something that's going to bring you a return on your time, and duplicate it. But I mean, in short, making money on the internet's a real thing. It's not a myth that you heard from a friend, from a friend, from another friend. It's a real thing.
All right,
All
DC.
right, and if I had to take a crack at that, and just like you, I've gotten it 1,000 times. Are you going to make money overnight? No. Is it a job? Yes, it's a job, just like any other job. The question is, how much you put in is how much you get out. You're not going to make $1 million tomorrow. You're not going to make $1 million next month. You have to fine tune your skills. You have to find that right niche. And once you get it, then you will start to reap the rewards. Uh, I love the book 4 Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss. Right, the idea of working 4 hours a week, uh, and I thought to myself, I said, he probably spent more than 4 hours a week writing the book. Right, it's virtually impossible. If you take the concept though, the whole streamlining your life, um, you and I both know Tim Ferriss works 80 hours a week, right?
Absolutely.
Uh, and so no, are you going to be a millionaire by doing some internet? Not going to happen. And that's what I tell business. You got to wake up in the morning. You got to do what you got to do. You got to stay up late at night. You got to do what you got to do. It's the matter that you actually have some comfort and flexibility to kind of do what you want throughout the day. But it's still a job. It's
Correct.
still, you got to get up and you got to do it and you got to grind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It takes work, but the lifestyle that it can provide for you once you get it working for yourself, whether you're just looking to supplement an income or create an entirely different career for yourself, um, once you put in the time, it does provide you with a very interesting lifestyle and an interesting and fun way to live. And work becomes play to a certain extent, and you're watching your numbers grow, and you're watching things increase in work, and you start embracing that I'm going to fail 8 times to win one or whatever it is, and it becomes a hobby, and it makes your job and what you're doing to make money more interesting and more fun.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much. I think some of the key takeaways from this are: one, it's not a very hard barrier to entry. Two, it doesn't really cost that much to learn how to do it. Three, focus on what you like and you'll be surprised at how affiliate marketing can really apply to that 4 is, don't be sketchy. I think we covered that. 5 is, if you want to be and have it is tough to get started. I did it while I was already working a 40-hour job, and I found it fun. If you don't find it fun, probably not going to stay with it. You might make a couple bucks, but when you don't become a millionaire overnight, which is the second thing is really, or the seventh thing or so, is don't expect, it to happen overnight to become a multimillionaire overnight. I mean, I became, um, very successful overnight, but it took years of building that website to become successful overnight. So I always tell everyone, um, everyone's ship will come in. I don't care who you are or what you do. Your ship eventually will come in. It's just whether or not you're prepared for it. And so, for me, some people call it luck, fortune, whatever you want to call it. I don't really like the luck thing, but I had a website, and and when the opportunity came, like affiliate marketing, to make money with it, um, I had it. I had it. My ship came in, and I was prepared for it, and I took it. So I think people just need to do that. I think another huge takeaway is just get started. I mean, just start it. Just play around with it, and it's fun to me. And if it's not fun for you, it might not be for you. But if you want to do it, you want to sign up. If you're doing, whether or not you're an existing affiliate, or you've got a site with traffic, or you want to start doing Facebook advertising, Crush Ads, the place to go. It's my place to go. It's the go-to place, and be a part of it. Especially now they're young, they really help affiliates, and like I said, whether you're a super affiliate or not, they actually pay. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you guys for joining us. If you have follow-up questions, I'd like to do another webinar with you guys, if it's okay, like maybe in another couple months, and we can take some more questions from people. I'm sure this inspired a lot of people, inspired a lot more questions, probably a lot more specific questions on exactly how to do some things. But we'll get together again and talk about some things. So
Absolutely.
Sound good?
Absolutely.
all right, thanks
Yeah,
guys
man.
for taking the time. And for those of you out there, like I said, get with Crush Ads, promote the ShoeMoney system. You'd be surprised how, I think with that, you'll be really surprised at how simple it is just to talk to your friends about it. Plus I'll make money and you make money. So, all right, thanks everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.